So a very good morning here from Alton Towers Resort, where I'm here on the first bank holiday of May. So of course get back in the resort, check out all the latest updates, and of course the resort's preparation for Mardi Gras, of course coming up this May. And Spimble Wizard has finally reopened after months of being closed here at Alton Towers. And of course I want to get back on Curse at the Manor, the new addition here at Alton Towers for 2023. And my top tip, first of all, while being here on the Alton Towers Plaza, is get here as early as possible. If you're coming here for one visit of the season, come here between 9 and half 9. That means you're going to get through all the queues that sort of build up at the main entrance, get through them all, get here on the plaza, get in the park by 10, and you'll have a great day. But if you're coming here at half 9, 11ish, that's when it really picks up. You can see just behind me the queues, because they have to do the security checks through those awful marquees just there. Come on, Alton Towers, let's get rid of them, please. Yeah, they have to do security checks, then get through there. So get here as early as possible. My top tip for you, Theo's best top tip, get to Alton Towers as early as possible. But with all that said, let's head back into the resort, get back on some coasters, and check out all the latest updates. It's the first bank holiday in May, and you can already see these queues are really building up here on the front plaza. All these security checks, I tell you, they need to open up some more lanes here or something, because yeah, these are going right back. And as I said earlier, get here as early as possible, and you can basically avoid all these queues. Get in the park by half 9, 10ish, and head to the back of the park. Well, I recommend starting off at Dark Forest, Forbidden Valley sort of area, and then working your way forwards and potentially finishing off the day with Smiler or Spimble Wizard. That's how I do my day when I want to get on the most rides possible. But I tell you what, these queues are huge. They need to keep getting people here through quicker, really. Open up some more lanes here as well. But those marquees do look not the best here on the front entrance. I wish they'd really install something permanent, and that's with all Merlin parks really, on their front entrances. Chessington, Thorpe Park's a terrible example of how slow operations can be on the front plaza. But with all that said, I'll join the back of the queue and head in to the Tower of Powers. Just in the resort just here, it didn't take too long to get through security, doing a very good job, very efficient. And you can see just here on Tower Street, the queue for guest services is absolutely huge, going straight down there. If you do want to go to guest services, maybe to collect accessibility passes and all that, as I said earlier, get here early to Alton Towers. It really is getting busy, especially during these May months and June, and as we start to go into summer, the resort will really start to pick up, especially towards June and July, because they do a lot of school trips down here. But Tower Street is looking really nice. Very busy though. With all that said, I think I'm going to head to X Sector first and get a ride on Oblivion. Heads back, hold tight, here we go! Spimble Wizard has finally reopened down here at Alton Towers. After many months of it being closed, it's open, letting guests in, and it's currently on a 45-minute wait queue. So don't do this as your first ride. As I always say, head over to Rita, 13 and Galactica and do those first, and sort of end your day here on Spimble Wizard, because that's when this gets sort of the least amount of queues. But 45 minutes is quite a long time to wait for Spimble Wizard. However, it's great to see that they've done the maintenance. Apparently there's a new software system or something on it, but they opened it for Christmas, and unfortunately it wasn't ready for the main season, which I don't think is quite right. I think they should have all rides open for opening day, because at the end of the day, people pay in to get here. If they can't get this ready, if they open this for Christmas and can't get it ready for the main season, then unfortunately you won't have to open it for Christmas. And really, a few weeks ago there was a press thing that I was reading, and apparently Alton Towers want to open 365 days of the year. But if they can't get this opening on opening day, I don't know how they expect they're going to do maintenance to other rides and have them opening every single day of the year. But yeah, it's great to see it open. But yeah, it's just a bit of a shame that it did take that long. The great thing about having the Alton Towers Resort app is that you get to see all of the latest queue times for the different rides down here at the resort. And I saw that Smiler was on 60 minutes and Oblivion was on 50 minutes just there. And I was like, you know what, I'll come back to them a little bit later on, head up here to Catania Canyon and head round to the brand new ride here at Alton Towers for 2023, Curse at the Alton Manor. Unfortunately, the waterfalls aren't on just yet, and they've actually also removed the bit of the audio that says, watch out for these waterfalls. So there we go. I don't think they're coming back anytime soon, to be honest. They must have had a fault with them, because that bit of the audio has been completely removed, which is a bit unfortunate. I really thought they were going to be coming back this season, so that's a bit of a shame. Congo River Rapids, back to the lazy river, I mean, is there any hope for this ride? They've had all audio installed all around it, which gives me a hope that this ride will be refurbished in the coming years, slowly but surely, that hopefully they can get these waterfalls back up and running as soon as possible. But with all that said, let's head around to Curse at the Alton Manor. Very spooky. Hashtag log support beam for the tomb. There we go. Yeah, I like this queue line though. Very atmospheric. And you've also got the little detailings hinting back to previous rides here at the resort. They've actually also at the entrance, I'll put a video in now, they've actually installed a queue time board as well. That wasn't ready for opening, so nice to see that they've got that installed. And it's only a 10-minute queue for Curse of the Manor, which is crazy considering I queued about, what was it, 2.5 hours on opening day? Yeah, this was all filled and I was queuing here, but I tell you what, it was definitely worth it. Great to get back here. Back in Curse of the Manor, and he was looking so fresh compared to Jewel, which was previously in here before Curse of the Manor, and now I'm heading back on it for a second ride of this season to see how it's looking a few months on. Are all the effects working, and is the trouble tunnel still on, or is it causing trouble? Still got all the roaming actors out since it opened on the 19th of March, which is great to see, creating an even better atmosphere in this area. And just over there you've got the Coach House Confectionery selling cakes and drinks and ice cream as well, here at the Curse at Alton Manor. Here's the pre-show then of Curse at the Alton Manor, and you really have to catch it at the right time to see someone screaming there, to see all the glow-in-the-dark words all around the walls. You have to catch it at the right time because there's no sort of control in here, you don't stop. It is still literally the queue and it moves quite fast, but at the right time you can catch it and see all of the walls and the ceiling all lit up with all of the glow-in-the-dark words. Yeah, I love the queue for this. It's so atmospheric, and the voice as well, really nice. So much better, so much more themed than what was previously Jewel. We've got the rocking horse down here as well. Hopefully I can catch it just before we head in, because it is quite a nice little pre-show. So I said the ceiling glows in the dark, but it doesn't, just the walls, but still nice. Got the little duck down there, is that a little hint to the flume that used to be here at Alton Towers? There are quite a few hints towards previous rides in the actual ride itself. We've got hints to Ripsaw, the Blade, the flume that used to be here as well. Oh, I think we're just about to catch it. Ah, the wall's going to go in the dark. I think we're just about to get it. There we go. There we go, just at the right time. All of the walls here glow in the dark with Emily Alton's secret messages. There we go. Curse of the Alton Manor. Yeah, so I thought I'd leave the Curse at Alton Manor area and go to somewhere a little bit more quieter where I can eat this delicious cake from the Coach House Confectionery. Look at that, that looks lovely. Apart from the jam in the middle, I have to take that out. Not jam, jelly, sorry. Jam and jelly, not the same thing. But yeah, I'll head somewhere a bit quieter where I can give my full review on this awesome attraction. Mum's just there, got a cookie. It looks very nice. I've had a bit of that one actually, and it does taste very nice. Yeah, you can see Congo River Rapids going around just there. And actually, when I find somewhere a bit quieter, I'll talk about Curse at the Alton Manor, but I'll also talk about the food situation here at Alton Towers, because it is not looking good. I mean, it wouldn't be an Alton Towers vlog without mentioning the name Sub-Terra. Now, some of the latest updates around here is that these have all been painted black, the Phalanx logo has been repainted, and this container looks like it's had a few bits of patching up as well. All the black stripes down there painted up as well. The floor nicely cleaned, along with the queue line. I've just been up the Nemesis observation to get a view of Nemesis. Go and check out that vlog if you haven't already. Checking out all the latest updates on Nemesis, and of course the new track that's already out on the channel. But yeah, here we go. Here all the queue replaced. They've got speakers just on the front entrance there as well. And yeah, you can see that they've actually cleared some of the spots there where you used to stand before you headed into the lift. The height board outside the ride as well. But yeah, it's looking very likely that this will return. If it doesn't, do you know what? If it doesn't, I don't know. I'll do like a forfeit thing. If Nemesis Sub-Terra doesn't return, so at some point, I'll do something. I'm not too sure what I'll do, but I'll do something because this thing is returning. I put money on it. Nemesis Sub-Terra is returning sometime this season. It's got to be. I think those railings have been painted up too. Look at that. So I've headed into Forbidden Valley, of course, where Nemesis used to be, or will be in 2024, where Funk and Fly is, and of course where Galactica is, which is currently coming to a stop on the lift hill just there. Probably one of the other trains has occupied the block section. But talking about Curse at the Alton Manor, when I first came here in opening day, I thought there's nothing to boast about, honestly. It's alright for Alton Towers, but it's definitely not the best dark ride in Europe. However, I've got a second ride on it today, and my thoughts has completely changed. It just shows how having a second run through of a dark ride can really change someone's opinions. And honestly, it was so much better, that run through. I think they've fixed a lot of the effects, turned lots of theming on that wasn't on last time. There was a lot less dark sections. There was quite a long dark section, probably 20 seconds, but that was the only dark section in the ride. And to be fair, there was some audio on there saying Emily Autumn was going to find you. You were basically playing a big hide and seek game with her. But overall, it was a really great ride, honestly. The sets in there were fantastic. The use of theming, projection mapping and audio comes together to create a really cohesive experience. It is such a great ride. On the outside as well, you've got the coach house confectionery with cakes, cookies and ice creams, and they are delicious. I've just eaten my cake actually with the jelly on top, and it was really, really nice. My mum got the cookie and I tried a bit, and that was way better than the cakes, honestly. Go for the cookies, not for the cakes. You can also get your Merlin Pass discount there as well, which is great. But overall, that area has a generally really creepy atmosphere, which is great to see here at Alton Towers. And it's great to see that Alton Towers has a proper dark ride that really is worth coming on. They've got Gangster Granny. It's okay. They've got Hex, which is really good. And to be honest, Hex and the Curse at Alton Manor are probably on the same level. They are just fantastic dark rides. Talking of Hex, there's some big updates over there towards 13 and Hex. So I'll go over there a little bit later on and cover those updates. But all in all, Curse at the Alton Manor is a must-do attraction at Alton Towers, especially when it's only on a 10-minute queue. Anyway, here in Forbidden Valley, I'm going to head on to Galactica next, and also just see the general area of Forbidden Valley without Nemesis. Of course, Nemesis is having a retrack and it'll be opening in 2024 here at the resort. But I'm also going to check out Funk and Fly, not go on it, but show you guys it. And also, there's been some big updates over towards the Blade. With all that said, let's head over to Galactica and get back on this B&M flying coaster. It's always good to see Alton Towers having high quality stickers on all of their rides and attractions, which is great to see. It's definitely not peeling off there. And the track, I'm pretty sure I've said this for like 3 seasons now. Are they ever going to jet wash the Galactica track? That's the question. Are they ever going to wash it? Are they ever going to jet wash it? I hope they do one day. Rust pouring down just there in the corner. There's literally a hole in the station. What's that there for? Yeah, look at all that rust there on the side. Look at that all peeling off. It's not looking good, Galactica. And yeah, look, top of the track as well, going green. Could do with a bit of refurbishment. I hope they bring it back to air, but I don't even mind whether it's called Galactica. But like all these fences here, paint it all up. People carving their names in just there. Paint it up, get rid of the sticker. I mean, to be honest, it'd probably look better if they just peeled that sticker off and just had the main Galactica logo without that sticker and sort of sorted out that drainage pipe there. But yeah, at the minute, it's not looking good. However, on a positive side, they've got, for the first time this season, 3 trains running on the Galactica track, which is great. And also 2 of the stations are open as well. So there's positives and negatives, but it could do with a refurbishment, to be honest. What I'd like to see, actually, is them potentially close it for a season to do loads of refurbishment on it, completely retheme it, rock work throughout the layout, put waterfalls. I mean, go back to the original concept art that they had for Galactica, which is like rocks, fountains, tunnels, loads of great theming, which never came to fruition because Alton Towers just didn't have the budget to do it. So hopefully in the future that can happen. But until then, peel off the sticker, leave the Galactica logo. It's always great to get back on Galactica here at Alton Towers, especially when you only... It's always great to get back on Galactica here at Alton Towers, especially when you only wait 20 minutes. It's not the best ride, however, we do have to appreciate that this was the first ever B&M flying coaster, of course manufactured by John Wardley, and it is quite a staple ride here at Alton Towers. The general public love it, I don't, I find the restraints quite uncomfy, and I just don't really enjoy the ride experience, and I think it's getting a little bit rattly, to be honest. However, you can't beat the B&M quality. The box style track, it will last for a very long time, as we saw with Nemesis. But with all that said, it's looking really tired. The station's looking tired. As you saw from the footage there, like the logo peeling off as well. So it is looking tired for the 2023 season. And just around the corner as well, there's another sticker that's peeling off. Seems like Alton Towers like stickers, but they don't last very long. With all that said, I'm going to head round to the Blade, because there's a few updates to get on there, and then head back round to the front of the park. Yeah, you can see just there another one of those stickers that's slowly peeling off, and I mean over the next few seasons that's just going to peel off more, and Alton Towers probably are going to ignore it until it completely falls off. Another thing that I just wanted to mention about Galactica, they're running 3 shuttles, which is great to see. So operations are really great. Advertised 30 minutes, only waited around 20 minutes, which is always great to see. However, as I was coming in the station there, of course, you swap stations as you come in when they're operating 2 stations. And yeah, I was looking down on the floor and I saw a great pile of sick, like, vomit, which is not very nice entering the Galactica station. It's just those little things that Alton Towers could do just to clean that up. I mean, maybe the staff haven't noticed that, but you would have thought that they closed it to clear it up a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. You know, just coming from an alright ride, especially with the general public, coming off that ride and then just seeing a load of sick on the floor. It's not nice. It's just those little things that they could do to clear it up a bit. But anyway, let's head over to Oblivion and check out the Blade, because I tell you what, while they're not doing a lot of refurbishment on Galactica, they sure are over at the Blade. And there's the monorail, and also Nemesis just there, which has had its new track installed. Go and check out the updates if you haven't already. Here's a look at Funk and Fly. This is actually the oldest funfair ride here at Alton Towers. Opened 3 years ago, and it's still standing strong here at the park. I really hope this goes next season. To be fair, it's built up quite a queue here. Got all the Retro Squad music playing on it as well. It's probably the best looking funfair ride, but let's be honest, none of them look that great. But yeah, it's not been very reliable this season either. This is the first time I've been and it's actually operating. It's good to see it operating, however, I would like to see it completely out of the park. I mean, bring back Ripsaw. This is the update that I wanted to show you all by the Blade. And yeah, this sign here used to be all rustic and had a rustic effect to it, but it's all been completely painted black. Sort of a similar black to what the new track on Nemesis will look like. But yeah, it's all been painted black. I don't know whether I'm too keen on it, but it's nice to see that they're keeping up with it. I sort of like the rustic feel that it had to it before. And yeah, here's a look at the restriction board. Well, what used to be the restriction board. The entrance is just around the other side opposite Nemesis now. But yeah, there we go, it's all been painted black. Whether it's good or not, let me know in the comments. Unfortunately here at Alton Towers, the Sky Ride is currently still unavailable and has been for the whole of the season, to be honest. Hopefully they can do the winter maintenance. As I was walking into the park this morning, I saw a lot of the gondolas at the side of like where they do those winter maintenance to like the Battle Galleons boats and stuff, and there's still a lot there, so hopefully they can get this working, because it is quite a long trek to Galactica. Especially if you have accessibility issues like wheelchairs or anything like that. So hopefully they can get that operating again. But anyway, I'm going to head around to 13, I think, next, and go and ride that, or Oblivion. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm not really here for the rides today, as you've seen in this vlog. I've done like one ride. Just really here to check out the updates from the resort, since I haven't been for quite a few weeks now. Here we go then, decided to go on Oblivion with its 20-minute queue. And yeah, I've just heard on Spin Jam, they're actually doing voice announcements now, so it's not only just the computer saying, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, are you ready? It's actually the operator screaming down the microphone now. Sort of ruins the atmosphere of the old Oblivion jungle sort of music. Can't hear it anymore, can just hear Spin Jam going around, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully they get rid of those funfair rides soon. But the Oblivion's queue looking very nice, looking very Oblivion-y, I guess. Oblivion-y? Oblivion. Don't look down, everyone. Look, even the rocks have gone orange. Oblivion. There is no happy ending to this story. Welcome to the unknown and welcome to Oblivion. I've just had my ride on the world's first vertical drop coaster down here at Alton Towers. It's always great to get back on Oblivion. You can't fault it. It does what it says on the tin, and it does it very good. I mean, I love it. It's so forceful on that drop as well, especially as it's just started to rain here at Alton Towers. You get a nice forceful drop, and then literally you're out and back into the station, to be honest. Running so many shuttles on there, it's great to see. Throughput's really good. Waited just over 20 minutes as well. Not too bad for Oblivion. The queue line's looking a little bit tired in some areas. As with Galactica and Smiler, a bit of refurbishment so that wouldn't go unmissed. However, I'd prioritise Smiler at this moment in time. For its 10th anniversary, it's not looking the best. Jet wash, repaint, Bosch. You've done it all. And by the way, if you're here at Alton Towers and you're missing a Dr. Pepper, I am unfortunate to say that you've left it on the rocks at Oblivion. There's a missing Dr. Pepper at Alton Towers. Who would want to... I understand why you leave Dr. Pepper, it's not that nice. But yeah, you are missing your Dr. Pepper. But yeah, there we go, Oblivion here at Alton Towers. It's always great to get back on it. Fantastic dive coaster. B&M is the best manufacturer in my opinion. They do great quality coasters. They will last a lifetime. Next up though, it's time to head over to Dark Forest, get some updates from Hex and head back on 13. The vault is sealed on Hex and has been for a good few weeks here at Alton Towers, and that must mean that Hex is temporarily unavailable here at Alton Towers Resort. Hopefully they get this operating again. I'm quite worried for the future of this ride, to be honest, because it was only last season that it also did the same thing and broke down towards the start of the season, and it went through quite a long period of actually just being standing but not operating while they were doing a lot of works to it. And that's the same here. I don't know whether they're waiting for a part or what's happened to it, but yeah, it's definitely closed. It has been for a good few weeks now, and it hasn't opened today, so hopefully they get it back up and running, because Hex is such a good dark ride. And I always used to say that the haunting at Rita Manor was better than Hex, but as I've grown and sort of more appreciated Hex, it's way better than the haunting. I don't know why I said that before, but yeah, hopefully they get the vaults back open here on Hex, but for now it's temporarily unavailable here at Alton Towers. Right, let's head to 13. Well, unfortunately everyone, all of the rides over in Dark Forest are closed. They're all experiencing technical delays. This is what happens when you get two Intamin rides in the same area. They both break down. Yeah, Rita's been down most of the day, to be honest, but 13 literally broke down, probably because we've received a little bit of rain, and of course 13 can't operate in the rain, which is a little bit silly here in England. They need to build like a shelter over the lift hill really, because essentially the kicker wheels get too slippery on it. But yeah, that's why it's closed, I believe. Tech services are en route though, but I'm not too bothered. I did it a few weeks ago on opening day, so I'm not too bothered about getting on 13, neither Rita, even less for Rita to be honest. When we head over to Curse at the Manor, do that again, head back on Wicker Man, and then end my day here at Alton Towers. It's been a nice day, nice relaxing day. To be honest, the highlight today for me was getting back on Curse of the Manor, because I really wanted to give that another opportunity before I film a review, because on opening day it was still sort of not tech rehearsals like Valhalla, but it's still, you could tell it still wasn't complete, so it's nice to get back down here to Alton Towers and ride it when it's fully open. But with all that said, let's head back down to Curse of the Manor. I was about to say Jewel then, and take a ride. So if you're wondering where I am, well, you can actually get to Forbidden Valley through using the gardens, and it's a much easier way, especially on busy days, to avoid the crowds. If you know your way around the gardens, then you can sort of just make your way to Forbidden Valley, then head to Curse at the Manor. There's also these arrows that you can follow as well. It's a 0-minute queue for Curse at the Alton Manor. Let's head on. Yeah, I love the queue line, as I said earlier. Still got that broken brick effect there, which has been here for many years now. And yeah, you've got this still inflatable tube. Doesn't look the best. I really wish they'd camouflage that more. Looks like there's like going to be a bouncy castle on the horizon or something. But yeah, at least they've still got that up, and it's still emitting smoke into the queue line, which is good. This is going to look fantastic during Scarefest, during the night time as well. Here we go then in the queue for Wicker Man. I only waited around 20 minutes to get to this point of the ride. Always like to have a nice sunset ride here on Wicker Man to end my day here at Alton Towers. Looks really nice in the sunshine actually. Wicker Man's a ride that looks good in the daytime and also awesome in the night time, especially during Scarefest when they have all the lighting on it and the light packaging around here as well. Yes, throw your bags into the baggage hold over here and then straight on Wicker Man. It's always great to get back on the Wicker Man then here at Alton Towers Resort in my second favourite ride here at the park, just after Oblivion. It runs fantastically, but the best time to come on Wicker Man, in my opinion, is when it's just rained and the track and the wood is nice and moist. I mean, on back row you get proper width through those transitions, honestly. Such a great ride here at Alton Towers, and can you believe it? It's 5 years old in 2023. I mean, I remember this opening back in 2018. I mean, it's gone so quickly, hasn't it? It shows how time goes so quick. I mean, 13 the other day was celebrating its 13th year at the park. Smiler is celebrating 10 years at the park. And talking of celebrating 10 years, if you haven't already, go and check out the Festival of Thrills Smiler takeover vlog. It's already up on the channel. And I tell you what, it was a very, I'm losing my voice here, I tell you what, it was a very interesting vlog from that one, a very interesting event that Alton Towers put on. But yeah, nonetheless, it's been great to get back on Wicker Man, and I think I'll wrap up my day here from Alton Towers. I'll take you in Towers Trading and see if there's any new merch to check out as well. Nice to see that they've got the Wicker Man test seat open now, so you can test whether you fit in the seat just there, and then pull the lever if you want to open it just there. But yeah, nice to see that they've got that open, and yeah, it's a nice little detail in this area actually as well. But yeah, no matter what time you come on Wicker Man, it's always a fantastic ride, and it looks great in the sunset just there here at Alton Towers. The first wooden coaster to combine wood and also fire together. It's Wicker Man, everyone. Wow, look at that. So just wrapping up an awesome day down here to Alton Towers on the main car park, which the fare has increased, ladies and gentlemen. As with everything around the resort, it's not £6 anymore, it is now £7, which I tell you why it's actually raised £1. They've painted the car park just round here. There we go. They've painted lines all around the car park, so £1 increase for the pots of paint they had to use essentially. But yeah, you can see just behind me there actually, if I get it, there we go. You can see the tracks that all the Nemesis track arrived on, which I wanted to show you in this vlog because I thought it'd just be quite interesting. But yeah, all the wagons there that the Nemesis track and supports arrived on. If you want to see that in more detail, check out the latest Nemesis construction vlog, which is already up on the channel before this vlog. So yeah, go and check it out if you haven't already. What I also did want to mention as well, I forgot to show you the Mardi Gras construction. Not that there's much of it, to be honest, at this moment in time, but I did get a few shots of it, so I'll put it on top of this video now. And you can see that they're getting all the food stalls ready on the food street that they create for Mardi Gras. And yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's scaffolding at the minute, so it's just construction really. But I'm excited for Mardi Gras. I like Mardi Gras. I like all the food that they do, especially the cakes as well. But yeah, here at Alton Towers, it's been a very good day. It's been bank holiday weekend, the first bank holiday Monday in May. And yeah, it's been quite busy here at the resort, but I've got to say today actually, operations have been really good. They've been running quite a few trains on every roller coaster, 2 on Wicker Man. They actually had, for the first time this season, 3 on Galactica, which is always great to see. Loads of shuttles, as always, running on Oblivion as well. Really enjoyed my visit this week to Alton Towers. The food situation, let's discuss this quickly. It's not looking good. Aramark is a company that came in this year to take over food operations at the park. Prices have gone up and food quality's dropped. So there you go, that's pretty much a summary of the food standards now here at Alton Towers. However, I've got to say, there is one outlet that I recommend going to, and that is the Coach House by Curse at the Alton Manor. Now they do some lovely ice cream, some lovely cakes, some lovely cookies, and some awesome milkshakes. So if I recommend one place to get treats here at Alton Towers, it's the Coach House down by Curse at the Alton Manor. Also, the pizza and pasta buffet isn't too bad as well. However, just chicken and burger kitchen are really overpriced, I think, in my opinion, especially for the food quality. Bear in mind, Aramark is a company that makes food for prisons. That's a fun fact for you there. But overall, here to Alton Towers, it's been a brilliant day. Prices are increasing. However, the resort's looking in really good nick for 2023, apart from the funfair ride and X Sector. That whole area just really needs some attention, really, especially the Smiler and Oblivion. The queue lines are looking quite tired in areas as well, especially the Smiler. I mean, I would love to see them repaint that in the next few years and get more theming in the queue line. If you haven't already, go and check out the Festival of Thrills vlog, which is already up on the channel, checking out that event, because I do say some of my thoughts about the Smiler theming that could be included in the queue line. So go and check out that vlog. And of course, it's celebrating 10 years of the Smiler down here at Alton Towers. Can you believe it? But with all that said, I'm not going to go on too long here from the car park, because it is pretty much empty down here at Alton Towers. But with that said, if you did enjoy the video, do consider subscribing. Plenty more on the way for you. But with all that said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.